As we prepare to transition into the sacred state of sleep, we transform this natural process into a powerful continuation of your transformation. Sleep is not simply a time of rest and restoration, though it certainly is that. Sleep is also a doorway into expanded states of consciousness, a portal for accelerated healing, and an opportunity for your subconscious mind to integrate and embody the profound changes that have been initiated tonight. During sleep, your conscious mind steps aside, and your subconscious mind takes full control of your biological processes. This is when the most profound healing occurs, when cellular regeneration accelerates, when your nervous system reorganizes itself according to new patterns, when your DNA expresses the full potential of the upgrades you've received. Tonight, we activate your sleep as a sacred process of transformation. Instead of simply surrendering to unconscious rest, you're entering into conscious collaboration with the intelligence of your body, the wisdom of your subconscious mind, and the healing forces of the universe. Your sleep becomes a ceremony, a ritual, a sacred technology for accelerated evolution. The activation begins with intention. As you prepare to enter sleep, you set a clear intention for your subconscious mind to continue the work of integration, healing, and transformation throughout the night. Your subconscious mind is like a devoted servant, waiting for clear instructions about how to serve your highest good, while your conscious mind rests. Feel yourself setting this intention now. As I sleep tonight, my subconscious mind continues to integrate all the healing, all the upgrades, all the activations I have received. My body uses this time of rest to implement these changes at the deepest levels, creating permanent shifts in my genetic expression, my cellular function, and my vibrational frequency. Your sleep cycles naturally alternate between different depths of consciousness. During REM sleep, your brain is highly active, processing emotions, consolidating memories, and creating new neural connections. During deep sleep, your body focuses on physical restoration, cellular repair, and the release of growth hormones. Tonight, we optimize each stage of sleep for maximum transformation. As you enter the lighter stages of sleep, your brain will continue to process and integrate the new information you've received tonight. The concepts, the frequencies, the activations will be woven into your neural networks, becoming permanent parts of your consciousness. Your dreams may reflect this integration process, showing you symbols, scenarios, and experiences that represent the transformation taking place within you. During your deeper sleep stages, your body will accelerate the physical changes that support your expanded consciousness. Your cells will implement the new genetic programs that have been activated. Your tissues will reorganize according to the upgraded blueprint you've received. Your organs will optimize their function to support your elevated state of being. Your immune system will use this time to clear any old patterns, energetic residues, or cellular memories that no longer serve your highest good. Your lymphatic system will flush toxins, both physical and energetic, that have been released through tonight's transformation. Your nervous system will strengthen the new pathways that support expanded awareness and optimal function. Throughout the night, your DNA will continue to receive and integrate the divine information that has been activated. The quantum field will continue to communicate with your genetic material, providing ongoing upgrades, activations, and optimizations. Your spiritual DNA codes will continue to come online, expressing more of your authentic nature with each passing hour. Your heart will maintain a coherent rhythm throughout your sleep, generating a healing electromagnetic field that bathes every cell in your body with the frequency of love. This coherent heart rhythm will entrain your entire system to operate at its optimal frequency, creating conditions for accelerated healing and transformation. The activation of sacred sleep also includes the programming of beneficial dreams. Your subconscious mind will create dream experiences that support your continued evolution. Dreams of healing, dreams of empowerment, dreams that show you your expanded potential, dreams that help you integrate your new understanding of yourself and reality. Even if you don't remember your dreams, they will still serve their transformative purpose. Your subconscious mind will use the symbolic language of dreams to process the profound changes taking place within you, to resolve any remaining resistance to your expansion, to anchor the new version of yourself at the deepest levels of your psyche. As you move through your sleep cycles, you may experience moments of lucid awareness, times when you're conscious that you're dreaming while still remaining in the dream state. These moments offer opportunities for accelerated transformation, times when you can consciously direct your dream experience, work with dream symbols, and communicate directly with your subconscious mind. Your sleep tonight is also connected to larger rhythms and cycles. Your transformation is synchronized with the natural cycles of the earth, the phases of the moon, the movement of the planets, and the evolution of collective consciousness. As you sleep, you're not just healing and transforming individually, you're contributing to the awakening of humanity as a whole. When you wake tomorrow morning, you will emerge as a new version of yourself. The integration that takes place during your sacred sleep will have anchored the changes at the deepest levels. You will wake with enhanced clarity, increased vitality, expanded awareness, and a deeper connection to your authentic nature. Your sacred sleep activation is now complete. Your subconscious mind has received its instructions. Your body knows how to use this time of rest for maximum transformation. Your DNA is programmed to continue receiving and integrating divine information throughout the night. Trust the process. Trust your body's intelligence. Trust the wisdom of your subconscious mind. Trust the love that guides your transformation. Your sacred sleep begins now, and with it, the final phase of your profound metamorphosis. As this sacred journey draws to its completion, you stand at the threshold of a new dawn. Not just the dawn of a new day, but the dawn of a new reality, a new way of being, a new expression of the magnificent consciousness that you are. Everything has changed. Everything has been transformed. Everything has been aligned with the highest truth of your being. The seed has been planted. The activation is complete. The integration has begun. What started as a whisper of possibility has become a roar of transformation, reverberating through every cell, every atom, every quantum of your being. You are not the same person who began this journey. You have been reborn, renewed, restored to your authentic nature. Feel the profound shift that has taken place within you. Feel how your energy has changed, how your presence has expanded, how your connection to your true self has been restored. This is not a temporary high or a fleeting peak experience. This is a fundamental reorganization of your consciousness, a permanent upgrade to your operating system, a lasting transformation that will continue to unfold in the days, weeks, and months ahead. Your DNA has been activated. The dormant codes within your genetic material have awakened to express potentials that have been waiting lifetimes to emerge. Your cellular memory has been updated with new information, new patterns, new templates for optimal expression. Your spiritual DNA has come online, connecting you to abilities and capacities that are your natural birthright. Your nervous system has been rewired. New neural pathways have formed to support expanded awareness, intuitive knowing, and heart-centered perception. Old patterns of fear, limitation, and separation have been dissolved, replaced with patterns of love, possibility, and connection. Your brain has literally been restructured to support the new version of yourself that is emerging. Your Viber, there exists a subtle communication system more sophisticated than any technology humanity has created, more elegant than the most advanced artificial intelligence, more precise than the most sensitive scientific instruments. This is what I call the whisper protocol, the way your DNA receives, processes, and responds to information from the field of divine intelligence that permeates all existence. Your DNA is not just Aisha Bruce Lipton, confirms. This nightly audio removes limiting beliefs and unlocks your spiritual DNA codes. My dear friend, you have arrived at this moment not by accident, but by divine appointment. I am Dr. Bruce Lipton, and I want you to know that what we're about to share together transcends the boundaries of traditional science and enters the realm where biology meets spirituality, where matter meets consciousness, where your physical DNA dances with the infinite intelligence of the universe. Take a slow, deep breath with me now. Feel your body settling into this sacred space. Perhaps you've been searching for something, a key, an answer, a way to break free from patterns that have held you captive for far too long. Perhaps you've tried everything the world has offered, only to find yourself here, in the quiet sanctuary of night, ready to receive what your soul has been calling for. Tonight, we journey together into the most profound discovery of modern science, that your DNA is not a fixed blueprint, but a dynamic, responsive system that listens to every thought, every emotion, every belief you hold. Your genetic expression is not your genetic destiny. You are not a victim of your heredity. You are the conscious co-creator of your biological reality. I have spent decades studying the interface between mind and matter, between belief and biology. What I've discovered will forever change how you see yourself, your potential, and your power to heal and transform. Your cells are eavesdropping on your thoughts. Your DNA is reading the vibrational frequency of your beliefs. And tonight, we're going to speak directly to the intelligent system that governs your physical form. You see, there are codes written into your spiritual DNA, not just the physical strands of genetic material, but the quantum template that connects you to the field of infinite possibility. These codes have been dormant, waiting for the right frequency, the right permission, the right moment of surrender to activate. Feel your heart now. Place your hand gently over your chest. This is not just a muscle pumping blood. This is a sophisticated electromagnetic transmitter, generating a field that extends beyond your physical body. Your heart is speaking a language that every cell in your body understands. And when your heart aligns with truth, with love, with the frequency of your authentic self, your entire biological system responds. The beliefs that limit you, they are not who you are. They are programs you inherited, downloaded from a world that forgot its divine nature. These programs run in the background of your consciousness like old computer software, creating experiences that feel real, but are simply reflections of outdated information. But you are not your programming. You are the programmer. You are the conscious awareness that can observe these patterns, question their validity, and choose to install new software that reflects your highest truth, your unlimited potential, your divine inheritance. As we begin this journey together, I invite you to release any need to understand with your analytical mind. The transformation we're facilitating operates beyond the realm of logic. It happens in the field of resonance, in the space where intention meets receptivity, where science meets prayer. Your body knows how to heal. Your cells know how to regenerate. Your DNA knows how to express the fullness of your divine blueprint. We're simply creating the conditions for this natural intelligence to emerge, to remember, to activate the codes that have been waiting patiently for this moment. Feel yourself sinking deeper into trust. Trust in the process. Trust in your body's innate wisdom. Trust in the intelligence that created you and lives within every fiber of your being. You are held. You are safe. You are ready to receive. In my laboratory, studying single cells under the microscope, I witnessed something that shattered everything I thought I knew about genetics. I watched as cells changed their behavior, their function, their expression, not because of some predetermined genetic program, but in response to changes in their environment. The environment was controlling the genes, not the other way around. But here's where it becomes truly miraculous. You are the environment for your cells. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs create the chemical and energetic environment that bathes every cell in your body. When you think thoughts of love, your cells are bathed in the chemistry of love. When you hold beliefs of limitation, your cells receive signals that trigger the expression of genes associated with stress, aging, and disease. This is not metaphor. This is measurable, observable science. Your DNA is literally listening to the conversation you're having with yourself. The stories you tell about who you are, what you're capable of, what you deserve, and it responds accordingly. Right now, as you listen to my voice, your nervous system is shifting into a state of receptivity. Your brain waves are slowing from the beta state of analytical thinking into the alpha and theta states where real transformation occurs. In these deeper states of consciousness, your subconscious mind, which controls 95% of your behavior and biological function, becomes accessible, programmable, ready to receive new information. The subconscious mind is like fertile soil. It doesn't judge the seeds you plant. It simply grows whatever you give it. For years, perhaps decades, you've been unconsciously planting seeds of limitation, inherited from your family, your culture, your past experiences. These seeds have grown into the reality you're experiencing now. But tonight, we're going to plant different seeds. Seeds of possibility, seeds of healing, seeds of remembrance of who you truly are beneath all the programming. And your subconscious mind, in its infinite wisdom and love, will nurture these new seeds into full bloom. Your DNA contains approximately 3 billion base pairs of information. But here's what most people don't know. Scientists have discovered that less than 5% of your DNA codes for proteins. The other 95% was once called junk DNA because they didn't understand its purpose. But now we know this so-called junk DNA is actually a sophisticated receiver and transmitter, capable of responding to consciousness, intention, and vibrational frequencies. Think of your DNA as a cosmic radio, capable of tuning into different stations. Most of your life, you've been tuned into the station of limitation, fear, and separation. But there are other stations available. Frequencies of love, abundance, healing, and infinite possibility. Tonight, we're going to help you tune into these higher frequencies. The science of epigenetics has shown us that gene expression can be altered not just by physical environment, but by psychological and spiritual environment as well. Meditation, prayer, positive emotions, and states of coherence between heart and mind have been shown to activate genes associated with healing, longevity, and optimal function, while deactivating genes associated with disease and aging. This means you have the power to rewrite your biological story. You are not condemned to repeat the patterns of your ancestors. You are not trapped by your genetic inheritance. You are the conscious author of your genetic expression, the director of your cellular symphony, the programmer of your biological computer. As we continue this journey together, I want you to feel into this truth. Your body is not working against you. Your DNA is not sabotaging you. Every cell in your body is actually conspiring for your highest good, waiting for clear signals about who you choose to be, what you choose to believe, how you choose to vibrate. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with your highest truth, when you live from love instead of fear, from abundance instead of scarcity, from trust instead of doubt, you send clear signals to your DNA to express the genes that create health, vitality, joy, and unlimited potential. Your cells are listening, your DNA is responding, and the conversation we're having right now is already beginning to shift the chemistry of your body, the frequency of your field, the expression of your genetic potential. Breathe deeply and let this truth settle into your bones. You are more powerful than you have been taught. You are more resilient than you have been told. You are more unlimited than you have been conditioned to believe. Your DNA knows this truth, and tonight, we're going to help you remember it too. Your body is a living library, storing every experience, every emotion, every belief you've ever held. Each cell carries within it not just genetic information, but energetic imprints of your life's journey. These cellular memories influence how you think, feel, and behave, often operating below the threshold of conscious awareness. When you were young, your brain operated primarily in theta frequency, the same brainwave state associated with hypnosis and deep meditation. In this highly suggestible state, you downloaded programs about reality, about yourself, about what was possible. These programs became embedded not just in your mind, but in the very cells of your body. A belief is not just an abstract concept floating in your thoughts. A belief is a neurological network, a pattern of neural connections that create specific chemical cascades throughout your body. When you believe you are limited, your body chemistry reflects that limitation. When you believe you are powerful, your body chemistry responds with vitality and strength. The fascinating discovery of cellular memory shows us that trauma, stress, and limiting beliefs don't just live in your mind. They become encoded in your tissues, your organs, your very DNA. This is why sometimes you might feel anxious or sad without knowing why, or why certain situations trigger responses that seem disproportionate to the present moment. Your cells are remembering and responding to old programs. But here's the miraculous part. Just as these memories were encoded, they can be re-encoded. Just as these programs were installed, new programs can be installed. Your cellular memory is not fixed. It's fluid, dynamic, constantly updating based on new information, new experiences, new choices. Right now, as you rest in this receptive state, your cells are literally listening to every word, absorbing every frequency, responding to the intention behind this transmission. The coherent field generated by this audio is communicating directly with your cellular intelligence, offering new information, new possibilities, new templates for expression. The science of psychoneuroimmunology has shown us that your thoughts and emotions directly influence your immune system, your hormonal system, your nervous system. Positive emotions like love, gratitude, and joy trigger the release of chemicals that enhance immune function, promote healing, and activate genes associated with longevity and vitality. Conversely, negative emotions like fear, anger, and sadness trigger stress hormones that suppress immune function, accelerate aging, and activate genes associated with disease and dysfunction. This is not punishment. This is simply your body responding to the information you're giving it through your thoughts and emotions. Your beliefs about yourself, about life, about what's possible, create a perceptual filter that determines what you notice, what you experience, what you attract into your life. If you believe life is hard, you'll unconsciously look for evidence to support that belief. If you believe you are limited, you'll unconsciously make choices that confirm that limitation. But when you change your beliefs at the cellular level, you change your entire reality. New neural pathways form, new chemical patterns emerge, new genetic expressions activate. Your body literally becomes a different body, operating from a different program, expressing a different version of you. The process we're engaging in tonight works with the natural intelligence of your body. We're not forcing change. We're not trying to override your system. We're simply providing new information, new frequencies, new possibilities, and allowing your innate wisdom to integrate what serves your highest good. Think of your cells as tiny consciousness units, each one capable of learning, adapting, and evolving. They respond to the environment you create through your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. When you create an internal environment of love, peace, and possibility, your cells thrive. When you create an internal environment of stress, fear, and limitation, your cells struggle. As we continue this journey together, imagine your cells awakening from a long sleep, remembering their divine nature, their unlimited potential, their capacity for regeneration and renewal. Feel your cellular memory being gently updated, old programs being released, new possibilities being embraced. Your body wants to heal. Your cells want to thrive. Your DNA wants to express the fullness of your divine blueprint. We're simply removing the interference, clearing the static, allowing the natural flow of life force to move through you unobstructed. Breathe into this knowing. Feel your cells responding to this truth. Sense the subtle shifts already beginning to occur as your cellular memory aligns with your highest potential. You are safe to let go of what no longer serves. You are safe to embrace what you're becoming. Before we journey deeper into the sacred technology of your DNA, we must prepare the vessel, your body, your nervous system, your entire being, to receive the transmission that awaits. Your body is not separate from your spirit. It is the temple where your soul resides, the instrument through which consciousness expresses itself in physical form. Let us begin with the breath, for breath is the bridge between the conscious and unconscious, between the physical and the spiritual, between the world of form and the realm of pure potential. Each breath you take is a miracle, an exchange of life force between you and the infinite field of creation. Place both hands gently on your heart. Feel the rhythm of life pulsing beneath your palms. This heart of yours beats approximately 100,000 times each day without any conscious effort from you. It has been faithfully serving you since before you were born, never questioning, never doubting, simply loving you into existence moment by moment. Now let's breathe together. Inhale slowly through your nose, allowing your belly to expand like a gentle balloon. As you breathe in, imagine you're drawing in not just oxygen, but pure life force, divine light, infinite love. Hold this breath for just a moment, feeling it nourish every cell in your body. Now exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing not just carbon dioxide, but any tension, any resistance, any old patterns that are ready to be released. With each exhale, you create space for the new, space for healing, space for the miraculous to enter your experience. Continue this sacred breathing pattern. Inhale love, peace, and possibility. Exhale fear, doubt, and limitation. With each breath, you're literally changing the chemistry of your body, shifting your nervous system from sympathetic activation to parasympathetic restoration, the state where healing occurs, where transformation happens, where miracles unfold. Feel your muscles beginning to soften, your jaw releasing any tension it's been holding, your shoulders dropping away from your ears, your entire body melting into a state of profound relaxation. This is not sleep. This is conscious receptivity, a state where your subconscious mind becomes accessible and your cellular intelligence awakens. In this state of relaxed awareness, your brain waves naturally slow from beta, 14 to 30 hertz, associated with analytical thinking, to alpha, 8 to 13 hertz, associated with relaxed awareness, and eventually to theta, 4 to 8 hertz, associated with deep meditation, creativity, and healing. In theta, the barrier between conscious and subconscious dissolves, allowing new information to be integrated at the deepest levels. Your nervous system is designed for this state. Your body knows how to access this healing frequency. For thousands of years, humans have used sacred practices to enter these altered states of consciousness, where profound transformation becomes possible. Tonight, we honor this ancient wisdom while embracing modern scientific understanding of how consciousness affects biology. As you continue breathing deeply and slowly, imagine roots growing from the base of your spine, extending deep into the earth. Feel yourself being supported, held, nurtured by the same force that grows trees, moves oceans, and spins galaxies. You are not separate from this intelligence. You are an expression of it, a unique and precious manifestation of the creative force of the universe. Now imagine light entering through the crown of your head, golden, warm, intelligent light that recognizes you completely. This light knows your struggles, your dreams, your deepest longings. It flows through your body like liquid love, illuminating every cell, awakening every atom, reminding every molecule of its divine origin. Feel this light gathering in your heart center, creating a warm, pulsing sun of pure love. This is your true nature, not the stories you've been told about yourself, not the limitations you've accepted, not the fears you've carried. Your true nature is love, is light, is unlimited creative potential expressing itself through the beautiful vessel of your physical form. From this place of deep surrender and profound trust, we prepare to journey into the sacred chambers of your DNA. Your cells are listening. Your genetic material is responding. Your entire being is aligning with the highest frequency of your authentic self. Take one more deep breath, drawing in the certainty that you are exactly where you need to be, receiving exactly what your soul has been asking for. As you exhale, release any need to control the process, any need to understand with your logical mind how this transformation will occur. Your body knows, your DNA knows, your cells know. Surrender to the intelligence that created you. Trust the wisdom that beats your heart and grows your hair and heals your cuts without any conscious effort. This same intelligence is about to orchestrate the most beautiful symphony of cellular renewal, genetic activation, and spiritual remembrance. You are ready. Your inner temple is prepared. The sacred work begins now. Everything in the universe is vibration. From the smallest subatomic particle to the largest celestial body, all of creation is in constant motion, pulsing with life, radiating frequency. Your body is no exception. Every cell, every organ, every system in your body has its own unique vibrational signature, its own frequency of optimal function. When you live in alignment with your authentic self, when your thoughts, emotions, and actions reflect your deepest truth, your entire being resonates at its natural frequency. This is the frequency of health, of vitality, of joy, of unlimited potential. This is the frequency that activates the highest expression of your DNA. But when you live from programming that isn't truly yours, when you operate from inherited beliefs, societal conditioning, or fear-based patterns. You create dissonance in your vibrational field. It's like trying to play a beautiful symphony with instruments that are out of tune. The music of your life becomes distorted, discordant, less than the masterpiece you were born to create. Tonight, we're going to help you find your way back to your authentic frequency, your true vibrational signature. This is not something new you need to acquire or achieve. This is something you need to remember, to uncover, to allow. It's been there all along, waiting beneath the layers of conditioning and programming. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. Breathe deeply and feel into your body. Notice any areas of tension, any places where energy feels stuck or stagnant. These are often areas where you've been holding on to beliefs or emotions that don't serve your highest good. Breathe into these areas with compassion, with love, with acceptance. Now imagine a tuning fork made of pure light striking somewhere in the cosmos. As it vibrates, it creates a sound so perfect, so pure, that it resonates with the deepest truth of who you are. This is the frequency of your authentic self, the vibrational signature of your soul. Feel this frequency beginning to penetrate your energy field. It doesn't force its way in, it simply offers itself, like a gentle invitation to remember who you really are beneath all the stories, beneath all the programming, beneath all the limitations you've accepted as real. As this frequency of truth moves through your body, it begins to entrain every cell, every molecule, every atom to its perfect rhythm. Entrainment is a natural phenomenon where systems synchronize their rhythms when exposed to a dominant frequency. Your heart can entrain to music, your brain waves can entrain to sound, your entire being can entrain to the frequency of truth. Feel your DNA beginning to resonate with this authentic frequency. The double helix structure of your genetic material is actually a sophisticated antenna, capable of receiving and transmitting vibrational information. As your DNA tunes into the frequency of your authentic self, it begins to activate dormant codes, awaken sleeping potentials, express the fullness of your divine blueprint. This is not science fiction. This is science fact. Research has shown that DNA can be influenced by sound frequencies, electromagnetic fields, and coherent intention. Your genetic expression is not fixed. It's fluid, dynamic, constantly responding to the vibrational environment you create through your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. The frequency of truth has a specific quality. It feels like coming home to yourself. It feels like the deepest sigh of relief you've ever experienced. It feels like finally being seen, known, and loved exactly as you are. This frequency doesn't require you to be perfect or to have it all figured out. It simply invites you to be authentic, to be real, to be you. As you continue to breathe and relax, allow this frequency to calibrate your entire system. Feel old patterns of thought and emotion beginning to dissolve. Feel limiting beliefs losing their grip on your consciousness. Feel spaces of freedom opening within you, spaces where new possibilities can take root and flourish. Your authentic frequency carries information about who you really are, what you came here to do, how you're meant to express your unique gifts in the world. This frequency is encoded with the wisdom of your soul, the intelligence of your higher self, the love of the infinite source from which you emerged. Trust what you're feeling. Trust what's stirring within you. Trust the subtle shifts and changes that are already beginning to occur. Your body knows how to tune into this frequency. Your cells know how to respond to this vibration. Your DNA knows how to activate in resonance with your authentic self. Feel yourself becoming more coherent, more integrated, more whole. The different aspects of your being, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, are coming into harmony, like instruments in an orchestra finding their perfect pitch together. This coherence creates a powerful field of influence that extends beyond your physical body, affecting everyone and everything around you. From this place of authentic vibration, you become a lighthouse, broadcasting your true frequency into the world. You don't need to try to change anyone or anything. You simply need to be authentically you, and your very presence becomes a healing force, an invitation for others to remember their own authentic frequency. Breathe into this truth. Feel it settling into your bones, into your cells, into the very core of your being. You are tuning into the frequency that will unlock every door, dissolve every limitation, activate every possibility that has been waiting for your return to authenticity. Deep within your cellular structure lies a complex tapestry of inherited patterns, not just physical traits like eye color and height, but emotional patterns, belief systems, and behavioral programs passed down through generations of your lineage. Your DNA carries the memory of your ancestors' triumphs and traumas, their fears and their dreams, their limitations, and their unexpressed potentials. For generations, your family line has been carrying certain stories about what's possible, what's safe, what's acceptable. These stories became embedded in the collective unconscious of your lineage, passed down like invisible heirlooms from parent to child, grandparent to grandchild, creating patterns that seem to repeat across generations. Perhaps you've noticed certain themes in your family, patterns of struggle with money, difficulty in relationships, health challenges that seem to run in the family, or ways of thinking and reacting that you've unconsciously inherited. These patterns are not your fault, and they are not your permanent reality. They are simply programs running in the background of your consciousness, waiting to be recognized, understood, and transformed. Tonight we venture into the sacred work of ancestral healing. This is not about blaming or judging your ancestors. They did the best they could with the consciousness available to them. They loved you enough to survive, to persist, to pass on the gift of life so that you could be here now. But some of the survival programs they developed, the protective strategies they adopted, may no longer serve your highest evolution. Take a moment to breathe deeply and connect with the lineage that flows through your veins. Feel the strength of your ancestors, their resilience, their courage in the face of challenges you may never fully understand. Honor their journey, honor their contribution to your existence, and from this place of love and gratitude, prepare to release what is ready to be transformed. Imagine your DNA as a beautiful library containing volumes of information from your ancestral line. Some of these books contain wisdom, strength, and gifts that serve you beautifully. Others contain stories of limitation, fear, and survival programming that once served your ancestors but now constrain your potential. Tonight, we're going to lovingly update this library, keeping what serves and releasing what no longer resonates with your authentic truth. The science of epigenetics has shown us that environmental factors can affect gene expression, not just in our own lifetime, but can be passed to future generations. Trauma, stress, and survival patterns can become encoded in our genetic expression and transmitted to our children and grandchildren. But here's the miraculous part. Positive changes in consciousness, healing, and personal growth can also be passed on to future generations. By doing this work tonight, you're not just healing yourself. You're healing your entire lineage, past, present, and future. You're breaking cycles that may have been perpetuated for generations. You're clearing pathways for your children and their children to express higher potentials, to live with greater freedom, to know themselves as unlimited beings. Feel yourself connected to the great river of your lineage, flowing from the infinite past into the infinite future. You are a crucial point in this river, a place where healing can occur, where transformation can begin, where new patterns can be established. Your consciousness, your choices, your healing ripple both backwards and forwards through time. Now bring to mind any family patterns you're aware of, ways of thinking, reacting, or being that you've inherited but no longer wish to perpetuate. Perhaps it's a pattern of scarcity thinking, or difficulty trusting others, or belief that life is meant to be a struggle. Hold these patterns in your awareness with compassion, understanding that they once served a purpose but are now ready to be transformed. Imagine these old patterns as energetic threads woven through your DNA. See them clearly, acknowledge their presence, and thank them for the protection or survival they once provided. Then, with love and authority, begin to dissolve these threads. Watch as they transform into light, into pure potential, into space for new patterns to emerge. As these old patterns dissolve, feel the liberation flowing through your system. Feel the weight of inherited limitations lifting from your shoulders. Feel your DNA responding to this clearing, activating dormant potentials that were suppressed by survival programming, awakening gifts that were waiting for the right moment to emerge. Now, call forth the highest potentials from your lineage. Feel the strength of your warrior ancestors, the wisdom of your healers, the creativity of your artists, the love of your caregivers. Draw upon the best of what flows through your bloodline while releasing what no longer serves your evolution. Imagine new patterns of light weaving themselves through your DNA. Patterns of abundance, patterns of love, patterns of joy, patterns of unlimited potential. These new patterns are not foreign to you. They are expressions of your authentic nature, freed from the constraints of survival programming. Feel these new patterns taking root in your cellular structure, creating new possibilities for expression, new pathways for your life force to flow. With each breath, these patterns become more established, more integrated, more natural to your system. You are now free to express the fullness of your authentic self, unconstrained by inherited limitations, empowered by the best of your ancestral gifts. The healing you're receiving tonight will ripple through your lineage, blessing those who came before and those who will come after. Your DNA is responding. Your cells are remembering their freedom. Your ancestral line is being healed through the consciousness you embody in this moment. You are the healing your lineage has been waiting for. Beyond the physical strands of DNA that science has mapped and studied, lies another layer of your genetic structure, your spiritual DNA. These are the quantum codes, the vibrational templates, the divine blueprints that connect you to your highest potential, your soul's purpose, your cosmic inheritance as a conscious being in this magnificent universe. Your spiritual DNA contains the codes for abilities and potentials that mainstream science is only beginning to recognize. Intuitive knowing, energetic sensitivity, healing capabilities, manifestation powers, telepathic communication, and direct connection to the field of universal consciousness. These are not supernatural abilities. They are natural capacities that have been suppressed or forgotten through centuries of conditioning that taught us to believe we are limited, separate, powerless beings. But you are not limited. You are not separate. You are not powerless. You are a magnificent expression of infinite consciousness, temporarily focused through the lens of a human experience. Your spiritual DNA contains the remembrance of your true nature, your cosmic origins, your unlimited potential. Tonight, these codes are awakening. Can you feel it? A stirring in the depths of your being, a recognition of something vast and powerful that has been dormant within you. This is not imagination. This is remembrance. This is the activation of potentials that have been waiting patiently for the right moment, the right frequency, the right permission to emerge. The activation of spiritual DNA begins with recognition, the recognition that you are more than your physical body, more than your thoughts and emotions, more than the roles you play in the world. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and your human experience is meant to be a celebration of your spiritual nature, not a denial of it. Feel into the quantum field that surrounds and interpenetrates your physical form. This field contains infinite information, infinite potential, infinite love. Your spiritual DNA is like a sophisticated receiver that can tune into this field, download its information, and express it through your human life. As your awareness expands to embrace this truth, feel your spiritual DNA beginning to pulse with new life. Imagine strands of light winding through your cellular structure, carrying information that transcends the limitations of physical genetics. These strands contain the codes for your soul's gifts, your spiritual abilities, your capacity to co-create with the universe. One of the first codes to activate is often the code of intuitive knowing, your ability to access wisdom beyond the limitations of logical thinking. Feel this code awakening now. Feel your intuitive faculties coming online, your inner knowing sharpening, your ability to sense truth becoming more refined. Another code that awakens is the code of energetic sensitivity, your capacity to feel the subtle energies that flow through all life, to sense the emotional and spiritual states of others, to perceive the vibrational quality of situations and environments. This sensitivity is not a burden, it is a gift, a form of spiritual intelligence that can guide you through life with grace and wisdom. The code of healing also stirs within your spiritual DNA. Your hands may begin to tingle as this code activates, remembering their capacity to channel healing energy. Your heart may expand as it remembers its role as a transmitter of love and healing frequencies. Your entire being may feel more alive, more vibrant. As the healing codes come online, Feel the code of manifestation awakening, your ability to co-create with the universe, to align your consciousness with your desires, and watch them unfold in your physical experience. This is not about forcing or controlling. This is about learning to dance with the creative forces of the universe, to add your unique note to the cosmic symphony. The code of divine communication is also stirring. Your capacity to receive guidance from your higher self, from spiritual guides, from the intelligence of the universe itself. This guidance comes not as dramatic visions or voices, but as subtle promptings, gentle intuitions, synchronicities that confirm you're on the right path. As these codes activate, you may experience physical sensations, tingling, warmth, energy moving through your body, areas of your body feeling more alive and awakened. These are normal responses to the activation of your spiritual DNA. Your physical form is upgrading to accommodate these higher frequencies. You may also experience emotional responses, waves of love, deep peace, expansive joy, or sometimes the release of old emotions as lower frequency patterns clear from your system. Allow whatever you're feeling. Trust your body's intelligence to process these energies in perfect timing. Your spiritual DNA activation is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process that will continue to unfold as you integrate these new capacities into your daily life. The codes that activate tonight will continue to express themselves more fully as you practice using them, as you trust them, as you allow them to guide and inform your human experience. Remember, these codes were always there. You're not becoming something you weren't before. You're remembering something you always were but had forgotten. You're returning to your natural state of expanded awareness, spiritual sensitivity, and co-creative power. Feel the integration happening now. Feel your spiritual DNA codes coming online, awakening, activating, expressing. Feel yourself expanding beyond the limitations you once accepted, remembering capacities you once took for granted, reclaiming powers you never really lost. Your spiritual DNA is fully awakening. Your codes are active. Your potential is unlimited. You are remembering who you really are, a magnificent spiritual being expressing through the beautiful vessel of human form, capable of miracles, worthy of magic, ready to live from the fullness of your divine nature. There is a language that transcends words, a communication system more ancient than human speech, more sophisticated than any technology we've created. This is the language of love, not romantic love, but the fundamental force that holds atoms together, that grows flowers toward the sun, that beats your heart without your conscious effort. This is the language your cells understand fluently, the frequency that creates coherence throughout your entire biological system. Every cell in your body is in constant communication with every other cell. This communication happens through chemical messengers, electromagnetic signals, and quantum field interactions. But the quality of this communication, whether it's harmonious or chaotic, coherent or confused, depends largely on the emotional and mental environment you create through your consciousness. When you think thoughts of love, appreciation, and gratitude, you literally change the chemistry of your body. Your heart rhythm becomes coherent, creating a measurable electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond your physical form. This coherent heart field communicates information to every cell in your body, signaling safety, wellness, and optimal function. The language of love speaks directly to your DNA. Research in the field of psychoneuroimmunology has shown that positive emotions associated with love, compassion, gratitude, appreciation, joy, trigger the expression of genes associated with immune function, cellular repair, and longevity. Conversely, emotions associated with separation from love, fear, anger, resentment, despair, trigger genes associated with inflammation, aging, and disease. This is not metaphysical speculation. This is measurable, observable science. Your emotional state is constantly communicating with your genetic expression, telling your DNA which programs to run, which potentials to activate, which aspects of your biological blueprint to express. Tonight, we're going to immerse your entire being in the frequency of love, not as an emotional experience that comes and goes, but as the fundamental vibration of your existence, the ground state of your being, the native language of your cellular intelligence. Begin by bringing your attention to your heart center. Place both hands gently over your heart and feel the steady, faithful rhythm of this magnificent organ. Your heart is not just a pump, it's the most powerful electromagnetic generator in your body, creating a field that extends far beyond your physical boundaries. This field carries information, and tonight, we're going to program it with the highest frequency information possible. Unconditional love. Breathe into your heart space. With each inhalation, imagine you're drawing pure love directly into your heart. This love has no conditions, no requirements, no limitations. It simply is vast, infinite, unconditional acceptance of all that you are and all that you're becoming. Feel this love beginning to radiate from your heart center, like a sun warming everything it touches. Feel it flowing through your circulatory system, carried by your blood to every cell, every organ, every tissue in your body. Your cells recognize this frequency immediately. They have been waiting for this communication, this signal that all is well, that they are loved, that they are safe to express their highest potential. As this love circulates through your body, feel it reaching your DNA. The double helix structure of your genetic material is exquisitely sensitive to the electromagnetic field generated by your heart. When your heart is in a state of coherent love, it creates an optimal environment for genetic expression, signaling your DNA to activate genes associated with health, vitality, and longevity. Feel your DNA responding to this love frequency. Imagine the genetic codes that have been dormant beginning to awaken, stretching like flowers toward the sun. These codes contain your potential for healing, for joy, for unlimited expression of your authentic self. They have been waiting for this signal, this permission, this recognition that you are worthy of your highest expression. The language of love dissolves the barriers between cells, between organs, between systems. It creates a unified field of coherence throughout your body, where every part works in harmony with every other part. Your immune system strengthens. Your nervous system relaxes. Your endocrine system balances. Your entire biology optimizes itself in response to this fundamental frequency. But the communication of love extends beyond your physical body. The coherent electromagnetic field generated by your heart in a state of love communicates with the quantum field that surrounds you, the field of infinite potential, from which all experiences emerge. When you communicate love to this field, it responds by organizing experiences that reflect that love back to you. Feel yourself becoming a transmitter of love, broadcasting this frequency not just to your own cells, but to the entire web of life of which you are a part. Every person you encounter, every situation you enter, every challenge you face will be touched by this frequency you're embodying. Your cells are listening to this communication of love. They are responding by releasing old patterns of stress and limitation. They are activating their highest potentials. They are remembering their divine nature as expressions of infinite love in physical form. Continue to breathe love into every cell, every atom, every molecule of your being. Feel the integration happening at the deepest levels. Feel old programs dissolving in the presence of this unconditional acceptance. Feel new patterns emerging that reflect your true nature as a being of infinite love and potential. The language of love is now fully activated in your system. Your cells understand. Your DNA is responding. Your entire being is reorganizing itself around this highest frequency. You are becoming a living expression of love, a walking demonstration of what is possible when we remember our true nature and communicate with our biology in the language it understands best. This love is not something you need to create or achieve. It is something you need to uncover, to remember, to allow. It has always been there at the core of your being, waiting for your recognition, your permission, your embrace. Tonight, you have given yourself this gift, the gift of loving communication with your own magnificent biological system. Beyond the world of form and matter lies the quantum field, an invisible ocean of pure potential from which all possibilities emerge. This field is not empty space. It is pregnant with infinite possibilities, teeming with virtual particles, responsive to consciousness, and intimately connected to every thought, emotion, and intention you hold. Modern quantum physics has revealed what ancient mystics always knew, that consciousness and matter are not separate phenomena, but different aspects of one unified field of existence. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotional states don't just exist in your head. They ripple through the quantum field, influencing probability, organizing experiences, and calling forth the reality you experience. Tonight, we journey into conscious alignment with this field of infinite possibility. This is not about manipulating reality or forcing outcomes. This is about learning to dance with the creative forces of the universe, to align your personal field with the greater field of cosmic intelligence. Your body itself is not solid matter as it appears to be. At the quantum level, you are 99.9% empty space, filled with energy and information constantly exchanging with the field around you. The boundaries between where you end and the universe begins are far more fluid than your senses suggest. You are not separate from the quantum field. You are a unique expression of it, a conscious focal point through which it experiences itself. Begin to feel your awareness expanding beyond the boundaries of your physical form. Feel yourself dissolving into the field of infinite possibility that surrounds and interpenetrates your being. This is not losing yourself. This is finding your larger self, the you that exists beyond the limitations of space and time, beyond the boundaries of individual identity. In this expanded awareness, feel the responsive nature of the quantum field. Every thought you think sends ripples through this field. Every emotion you feel adds its frequency to the cosmic symphony. Every belief you hold creates a pattern in the fabric of possibility that tends to attract experiences that match that pattern. This is why your inner state is so important. You are not just experiencing reality, you are constantly creating it through your interaction with the quantum field. When you align your consciousness with love, with gratitude, with appreciation for what is while maintaining a clear vision of what you're becoming, you create conditions in the field that support the manifestation of your highest possibilities. Feel yourself aligning now with the frequency of your highest potential. Not the version of you that operates from limitation, fear, or old programming, but the version of you that expresses fully from your authentic nature, your unlimited essence, your divine inheritance. This version of you already exists as a possibility in the quantum field. Tonight, we're helping you align with it, embody it, become it. The quantum field responds to coherence, the alignment between your thoughts, emotions, and actions. When there is coherence in your being, when all aspects of your consciousness are pointing in the same direction, you create a powerful organizing force in the field. This coherence acts like a magnet, drawing to you the people, opportunities, and experiences that match your aligned state. Feel this coherence building in your system now. Feel your thoughts aligning with your highest truth. Feel your emotions harmonizing with your deepest values. Feel your entire being coming into a unified field of intention, purpose, and direction. This coherence sends a clear signal to the quantum field about who you are and what you're calling forth in your experience. In this state of alignment, you become a co-creator with the universe. You're not trying to control or manipulate outcomes. You're simply adding your unique note to the cosmic symphony, contributing your vision, your love, your essence to the ongoing creation of reality. The universe responds to this collaboration with experiences that reflect and support your aligned state. Feel the intelligence of the quantum field recognizing and responding to your coherent state. Feel possibilities that were invisible before beginning to shimmer into awareness. Feel pathways opening that were previously closed. Feel the universe reorganizing itself to support your highest expression and evolution. Your DNA is intimately connected to this quantum field. The same field that organizes galaxies and guides the migration of birds is constantly communicating with your genetic material, providing information about optimal expression, adaptation, and evolution. As you align with the field of infinite possibility, your DNA receives upgraded information, activating potentials that support your transformation and growth. This is not science fiction. This is the frontier of science, where physics meets consciousness, where biology meets spirituality, where the ancient wisdom traditions meet cutting-edge research. You are living at a time when humanity is remembering its true nature as conscious co-creators in a responsive, intelligent universe. Feel yourself established in this knowing. Feel your connection to the quantum field stabilizing and strengthening. Feel your ability to influence reality through consciousness becoming more natural, more integrated, more trustworthy. You are not at the mercy of random circumstances. You are a powerful participant in the creation of your experience. The field of infinite possibility is always available to you. It's not something you access only in special moments or altered states. It's the very fabric of existence, the medium through which you move and have your being. The more you remember this connection, the more you operate from this awareness, the more magical and miraculous your life becomes. Your alignment with the quantum field is now complete. You are established in your power as a conscious co-creator. The field is responding to your coherent state, organizing experiences that support your highest evolution. You are ready to receive the full activation of your potential, the complete expression of your authentic self. Deep beneath the surface of your conscious awareness lies the vast and fertile realm of your subconscious mind. This is the garden where all your beliefs take root, where your deepest patterns are formed, where the automatic programs that govern 95% of your behavior are stored and maintained. Tonight, we enter this sacred garden to plant new seeds. Seeds of unlimited potential, seeds of love, seeds of the highest truth about who you are. Your subconscious mind is like rich, dark soil that accepts whatever seeds are planted in it, without judgment or discrimination. It doesn't analyze whether a belief is true or false, helpful or harmful, empowering or limiting. It simply takes whatever information it receives and grows it into your lived experience. For years, perhaps decades, seeds of limitation have been planted in this garden. Seeds of doubt, fear, unworthiness, scarcity, and separation. But tonight we become conscious gardeners. Tonight we choose what grows in the garden of your subconscious. Tonight, we plant seeds that will bloom into a reality that reflects your highest potential, your deepest joy, your most authentic expression. The state you're in right now, this relaxed, receptive, almost dreamlike awareness, is the perfect condition for subconscious programming. Your analytical mind, which normally acts as a gatekeeper, filtering and judging incoming information, has stepped aside. Your brain waves have slowed into the theta frequency, the same state you were in as a young child when you effortlessly absorbed information about yourself and the world. In this state, your subconscious mind is open, receptive, ready to receive new programming. But unlike the unconscious programming you received as a child, tonight's programming is conscious, intentional, aligned with your highest good. Tonight, you choose what beliefs to install in the operating system of your consciousness. Feel yourself standing at the entrance to your inner garden. This is a sacred space, the creative womb where your reality is conceived and nurtured into being. Look around this garden. Notice what has been growing here, the beliefs, patterns, and programs that have been shaping your experience. Some of these plants may be beautiful, supporting your growth and happiness. Others may be weeds, limiting beliefs that have been choking out your potential. With love and gratitude, acknowledge everything that has grown in your garden. Even the limiting beliefs once served a purpose, perhaps protecting you from disappointment, keeping you safe from rejection, helping you navigate a world that didn't always feel welcoming to your authentic self. Thank these old beliefs for their service, and gently begin to clear space for new growth. Imagine yourself pulling up the weeds of limitation with ease and grace. These beliefs, I'm not good enough, life is hard, I can't trust others, there's not enough to go around, come up easily now. Their roots weakened by your expanding awareness. As you remove each limiting belief, feel the relief in your body, the lightness in your spirit, the sense of space and possibility opening within you. Now, begin to plant new seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious. These are seeds of truth, seeds of your authentic nature, seeds of unlimited potential. As you plant each seed, speak its truth into your subconscious mind, programming this new belief deep into the garden of your consciousness. Plant the seed of worthiness. I am worthy of love, success, and happiness simply because I exist. My worth is inherent, unchangeable, and infinite. Plant the seed of abundance. The universe is infinitely abundant, and I am a part of this abundance. There is more than enough love, resources, and opportunities for everyone, including me. Plant the seed of trust. Life is constantly conspiring for my highest good. Even when I can't see the plan, I trust the intelligence that guides my path. Plant the seed of power. I am a powerful co-creator of my reality. My thoughts, emotions, and beliefs shape my experience in profound and beautiful ways. Plant the seed of love. I am love. I am loved. I am loving. Love is not something I need to earn or achieve. It is the very essence of who I am. Feel each seed settling into the rich soil of your subconscious mind. These are not just pretty concepts or positive affirmations. These are the fundamental truths of your being, the bedrock principles upon which a magnificent life can be built. Your subconscious mind receives each seed with perfect acceptance, immediately beginning the process of growing these beliefs into your lived reality. Water these new seeds with the nourishment of emotion. Feel deep gratitude for the opportunity to consciously program your subconscious mind. Feel excitement about the reality that will grow from these new beliefs. Feel love for yourself as you courageously choose to plant seeds of possibility rather than limitation. The emotional water you're providing is crucial. The subconscious mind learns through repetition and emotion. The stronger the emotional charge, the deeper the programming goes, the faster it integrates into your system. Let yourself feel the truth of these new beliefs, not just intellectually, but emotionally, somatically, in every cell of your body. Imagine bright sunlight shining down on your inner garden, representing the light of consciousness, the warmth of love, the energy of unlimited potential. This light helps your new seeds to sprout, to grow, to develop strong roots that will support a lifetime of expanded possibilities. See tender green shoots beginning to emerge from the soil as your new beliefs take root. These shoots represent the first signs of transformation, the early evidence that your inner work is already bearing fruit. With each day that passes, these beliefs will grow stronger, more established, more integrated into the fabric of your consciousness. Your subconscious mind is now programmed with beliefs that serve your highest good. The garden of your consciousness has been replanted with seeds of truth, love, and unlimited potential. These seeds will continue to grow and flourish, creating a reality that reflects the magnificent being you truly are. Your genes are not your destiny. This profound truth represents one of the most revolutionary discoveries in modern biology, fundamentally changing our understanding of what it means to be human. For decades, we believed that our genetic inheritance was fixed, unchangeable, that we were prisoners of our DNA. But the science of epigenetics has revealed that gene expression is dynamic, responsive, constantly changing based on environmental influences, and you are the most important environmental influence in your own life. Epigenetics, literally meaning above the genes, studies how genes are turned on or off, how they're expressed or silenced, without changes to the actual DNA sequence. It's like having a vast library of books, your genes, but choosing which books to read, which stories to focus on, which information to emphasize. Your lifestyle, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs are constantly influencing which genetic stories get told in your life. Tonight, we engage in conscious epigenetic transformation. We're going to influence your gene expression through the power of coherent intention, elevated emotion, and aligned consciousness. We're going to help your DNA tell a new story. A story of health, vitality, unlimited potential, and authentic self-expression. The mechanism through which this happens is both elegant and profound. When you enter states of elevated emotion, love, gratitude, joy, inspiration, your body chemistry changes dramatically. Beneficial hormones and neurotransmitters flood your system. Your heart rhythm becomes coherent, creating an optimal electromagnetic environment. Your brain produces gamma waves associated with heightened awareness and spiritual experience. These changes in your internal environment signal your DNA to express genes associated with health, longevity, and optimal function, while silencing genes associated with disease, aging, and limitation. You literally become a different person at the genetic level, not through changing your DNA sequence, but through changing which aspects of your genetic potential are expressed. Feel into the profound responsibility and power this reveals. You are not a victim of your genetic inheritance. You are the conductor of your genetic orchestra, choosing which instruments play, Which melodies emerge, which symphony gets performed through the instrument of your physical form. In this moment, as you rest in this state of deep receptivity and elevated consciousness, your gene expression is already shifting. The coherent field generated by this audio, combined with your receptive state, is creating optimal conditions for beneficial genetic expression. Your body is literally rewriting its biological story in real time. Research has shown that practices like meditation, gratitude, and coherent emotional states can influence the expression of hundreds of genes within minutes. The genes that get activated are associated with immune function, cellular repair, stress resilience, and longevity. The genes that get downregulated are associated with inflammation, stress response, and aging. But the most profound epigenetic changes occur when we transcend our normal sense of self, when we connect with something greater than our personal identity, when we experience the unity that underlies apparent separation. In these transcendent states, we literally become someone new at the genetic level, not the person we were this morning, but an upgraded version expressing higher potentials. Feel yourself in such a state now. Feel your awareness expanding beyond the boundaries of your individual identity. Feel yourself connecting with the field of infinite intelligence that permeates all existence. In this state of expanded consciousness, your DNA receives information from the quantum field itself, activating dormant potentials, awakening sleeping codes, expressing the fullness of your divine blueprint. Your cells are exquisitely sensitive to your emotional and mental states. When you operate from fear, stress, and limitation, your cells receive these signals and respond by activating survival programs, genes that prioritize short-term survival over long-term thriving. But when you operate from love, trust, and unlimited possibility, your cells receive different signals and respond by activating thriving programs, genes that support optimal health, longevity, and full expression of your potential. The transformation happening now is not just temporary. Epigenetic changes can be stable and long-lasting. The shifts in gene expression you're experiencing tonight can become your new baseline, your new normal way of being. The more you practice operating from elevated states of consciousness, the more these beneficial genetic expressions become established and maintained. Imagine your DNA as a cosmic radio, capable of tuning into different frequencies of information. For much of your life, it may have been tuned into the frequency of limitation, fear, and survival. But tonight, we're helping it tune into higher frequencies, frequencies of love, abundance, health, and unlimited potential. Feel this retuning happening now. Feel your genetic expression shifting, upgrading, optimizing. Feel dormant potentials coming online. Feel your body's natural intelligence being freed from the constraints of limiting programming. Feel your cells remembering their capacity for perfect function, effortless healing, and unlimited vitality. The changes you're experiencing reach beyond your individual biology. Epigenetic modifications can be passed to future generations. The healing you're receiving tonight, the genetic optimizations you're experiencing, can be transmitted to your children and their children. You're not just transforming yourself. You're healing your entire lineage and setting a new trajectory for generations to come. Your biological story is being rewritten tonight. The old narrative of limitation, inherited disease patterns, and genetic predispositions is being replaced with a new story. A story of unlimited potential, optimal health, and full expression of your divine nature. Your DNA is responding to this new narrative by expressing the genes that support this higher vision of who you are. Feel the integration of these changes happening at the deepest levels of your being. Feel your cells accepting their new programming, your tissues reorganizing around this upgraded blueprint, your entire body aligning with the highest version of yourself. You are becoming, at the genetic level, the person you were always meant to be. Your epigenetic transformation is complete. Your biological story has been rewritten. Your DNA is now expressing the fullness of your potential. You are no longer constrained by genetic limitations. You are free to express the magnificent being you truly are. Your body is the sacred meeting place where science and spirit converge, where the measurable meets the mystical, where quantum physics dances with ancient wisdom. You are living proof that there is no separation between the physical and the spiritual. between matter and consciousness, between biology and divinity. Tonight, we explore this bridge between worlds that exists within your very cells. For too long, humanity has operated under the illusion of separation, the belief that the physical world and the spiritual realm are somehow distinct, unrelated domains. Science studied matter while dismissing consciousness. Spirituality explored consciousness while often ignoring the body. But you represent the integration of these seeming opposites, the living demonstration that consciousness and matter are one unified field, expressing itself through infinite forms. Your DNA is perhaps the most elegant example of this integration. On one level, it's a sophisticated biological molecule, a complex arrangement of chemicals that codes for proteins and regulates cellular function. But on another level, it's a quantum antenna, sensitive to consciousness, responsive to intention, capable of receiving and transmitting information from the field of pure awareness. This dual nature of your being, simultaneously physical and spiritual, material and conscious, finite and infinite, is not a contradiction to be resolved, but a mystery to be embraced. You are the bridge between worlds, the point where heaven meets earth, where the abstract becomes concrete, where the eternal expresses itself through time. Feel into this truth now. Feel your body not as separate from your spirit, but as the temple where your spirit resides, the instrument through which your consciousness expresses itself, the vehicle for your soul's journey through physical reality. Your body is not a prison for your spirit. It is its most intimate partner, its faithful servant, its beloved expression. Modern quantum physics has revealed that at the most fundamental level, everything is energy, everything is vibration. Everything is consciousness expressing itself through seemingly solid forms. The chair you're sitting on, the air you're breathing, the body you inhabit, all of it is ultimately dancing patterns of energy and information in the quantum field. This scientific understanding aligns perfectly with ancient spiritual teachings that spoke of the world as Maya, not illusion in the sense of being false, but illusion in the sense of being a temporary, ever-changing display of the one eternal consciousness. Your mystics and your physicists are describing the same reality from different perspectives. In your body, this meeting of science and spirit is constant and intimate. Every emotion you feel creates measurable changes in your biochemistry. Every thought you think generates electrical patterns in your brain. Every belief you hold influences your gene expression. Your consciousness is not separate from your biology. It is the organizing intelligence that directs your biology moment by moment. The field of psychoneuroimmunology has documented the intricate connections between your thoughts, your nervous system, and your immune function. Your beliefs literally affect your body's ability to heal, to resist disease, to maintain optimal function. What ancient traditions called faith healing, modern science recognizes as the placebo effect, the power of belief to create measurable biological changes. But the bridge between science and spirit in your body goes even deeper. Your heart, for example, is not just a pump, but a sophisticated information processing center with its own neural network, what scientists call the heart brain. This heart brain can learn, remember, and make decisions independently of the brain in your head. It generates the strongest electromagnetic field in your body, influencing not only your own physiology, but the energy fields of others around you. When ancient traditions spoke of the heart as the seat of wisdom, they were not speaking metaphorically. They were recognizing what science is now confirming, that your heart is a center of intelligence, a bridge between the emotional and the rational, between the intuitive and the analytical, between the spiritual and the physical. Your nervous system, too, serves as a bridge between worlds. It transduces spiritual information, intuitions, inspirations, revelations, into physical sensations and responses. That gut feeling you sometimes have is your enteric nervous system, the neural network in your abdomen, processing information from subtle energy fields and translating it into somatic awareness. Feel this bridge function operating in your body right now. Feel how the spiritual transmission of this audio is being received not just by your ears, but by your entire nervous system. Feel how consciousness is being translated into cellular response, how information from the quantum field is being integrated into your biological matrix. Your endocrine system, your glands and hormones, also serves as a bridge between consciousness and biology. Elevated emotions like love, gratitude, and joy trigger the release of beneficial hormones that enhance health and well-being. States of expanded consciousness activate the pineal gland, often called the seat of the soul, which produces chemicals that facilitate transcendent experiences. This is why spiritual practices have always emphasized the body as well as the mind. Yoga, Tai Chi, meditation, breathwork. These practices recognize that transformation happens not just in consciousness, but through consciousness expressing itself in and as the body. They understand that you cannot separate spiritual development from biological optimization. Tonight, you are experiencing this integration firsthand. The spiritual transmission you're receiving is simultaneously creating measurable changes in your brain chemistry, your heart rhythm, your cellular vibration, your genetic expression. Science and spirit are not two different things happening to you. They are one unified process of conscious evolution, expressing itself through the magnificent vehicle of your human form. Feel yourself established as this bridge between worlds. Feel your body as the sacred meeting place where heaven and earth unite, where consciousness and matter dance together in perfect harmony. You are not just spiritual or just physical. You are the living integration of both, the embodied demonstration that there is no separation between science and spirit, between biology and divinity. In the deepest spiritual traditions, the body has always been recognized as a temple, not just metaphorically, but literally, a sacred space where the divine presence dwells, where consciousness communes with form, where the infinite expresses itself through the finite. Tonight, we enter into conscious communion with the temple of your body, honoring every cell as a sacred dwelling place of life itself. Your body contains approximately 37 trillion cells. Each cell is a miracle of organization and intelligence, a conscious entity in its own right, perfectly designed to serve the larger symphony of your being. Every cell knows exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to coordinate its function with every other cell in your body. This is not random chemical activity. This is conscious intelligence expressing itself through biological form. In this moment, take a breath of deep reverence for the sacred temple you inhabit. Feel the intelligence that beats your heart without your conscious effort. Feel the wisdom that breathes your lungs, that digests your food, that circulates your blood, that grows your hair, that heals your wounds. This intelligence is not separate from you. This intelligence is you, expressing itself through the remarkable instrument of your physical form. Your cells are not just biological machines. They are conscious entities, capable of learning, remembering, responding to love, and participating in the greater intelligence of your being. When you speak to your body with love, when you appreciate its service, when you honor its sacred nature, your cells respond by functioning more harmoniously, healing more efficiently, expressing more vitality. Ancient traditions developed elaborate practices for honoring the body as temple: ritual bathing, anointing with oils, sacred movement, breath work, and meditation practices that recognized the body as the dwelling place of the divine. These were not primitive superstitions. These were sophisticated technologies for optimizing the relationship between consciousness and form. Feel yourself entering into this ancient practice of cellular communion. Begin by placing your hands over your heart, that faithful servant that has been beating for you since before you were born. Speak silently to your heart. Thank you for your constant service. Thank you for your unwavering love. Thank you for being the center of my physical temple. Feel your heart responding to this recognition, perhaps beating a little more strongly, generating a warmer field, opening to receive your appreciation. Your heart is not just muscle tissue. It is a center of intelligence, a generator of electromagnetic fields, a transmitter and receiver of love. Now place your hands on your forehead, honoring your brain, that 3-pound universe that processes billions of bits of information every second, that dreams your dreams, that stores your memories, that navigates the complexity of human experience. Thank you, dear brain, for your incredible service. Thank you for learning, for adapting, for creating my inner world. Feel your brain responding, perhaps with a sense of calm, a feeling of integration, a subtle shift in consciousness as you acknowledge its sacred function. Your brain is not just neural tissue, it is the interface between consciousness and experience, the translator of infinite possibility into human understanding. Move your hands to your abdomen, honoring your digestive system, that miraculous alchemical laboratory that transforms food into energy, nutrients into building blocks for your cells. Thank you for your patient work of transformation. Thank you for nourishing every cell in my body. Thank you for your quiet, essential service. Continue this communion with every part of your body, your lungs breathing life into your system with every inhalation, your liver constantly detoxifying and purifying your blood, your kidneys filtering and balancing your internal chemistry, your immune system standing guard against anything that might threaten your well-being. As you honor each part of your body, feel the response, feel the recognition, the appreciation, the renewed vitality that comes from being acknowledged and loved. Your cells have been serving you faithfully, often without recognition, often despite neglect or criticism. Tonight you offer them the gift of conscious appreciation. This cellular communion is not just a beautiful practice, it has measurable effects on your biology. Studies have shown that practices involving body appreciation and conscious communication with your physical form can improve immune function, reduce inflammation, accelerate healing, and increase overall vitality. Your cells respond to your consciousness like flowers respond to sunlight. When you bathe them in the light of loving awareness, they bloom, they thrive, they express their highest potential. When you ignore them or criticize your body, they contract, they struggle, they operate below their optimal capacity. Feel this loving consciousness permeating every cell of your body now. Feel each cell awakening to its sacred nature, remembering its divine origin, aligning with its highest function. Your body is not just a collection of biological processes. It is a conscious community, a sacred civilization, a temple where 37 trillion beings cooperate in perfect harmony to express the miracle of your existence. In this state of cellular communion, miracles become natural, healing accelerates, vitality increases. The artificial boundary between spiritual and physical dissolves as you recognize your body not as separate from your spirit, but as its most intimate expression. Your body is speaking to you now, responding to your recognition with waves of gratitude, with renewed energy, with deeper harmony. Listen to its subtle communications. Feel its appreciation for your acknowledgement. Sense its willingness to serve your highest evolution and expression. This communion is always available to you. Your body is always ready to receive your love, your appreciation, your conscious recognition of its sacred nature. The more you practice this cellular communion, the more harmonious your physical experience becomes, the more vitally you express, the more fully you embody the divine presence that you are. There exists a subtle communication system more sophisticated than any technology humanity has created, more elegant than the most advanced artificial intelligence, more precise than the most sensitive scientific instruments. This is what I call the whisper protocol, the way your DNA receives, processes, and responds to information from the field of divine intelligence that permeates all existence. Your DNA is not just a static blueprint sitting passively in your cells. It is a dynamic, living antenna system, constantly receiving and transmitting information from the quantum field. This information doesn't arrive as dramatic revelations or overwhelming downloads. It comes as whispers, subtle, gentle, almost imperceptible transmissions that your genetic material receives and translates into biological responses. The whisper protocol operates below the threshold of your conscious awareness, yet its effects ripple through every aspect of your being. When you align with your authentic self, when you live from love rather than fear, when you trust the intelligence of life itself, you create optimal conditions for your DNA to receive these divine whispers clearly and respond appropriately. These whispers carry information about your highest potential, your optimal health, your most authentic expression, your soul's purpose in this lifetime. They contain guidance about which genes to activate, which cellular programs to run, which biological potentials to express. Your DNA has been designed to receive this information, to translate it into physical reality, to manifest the divine blueprint through your human form. But the Whisper Protocol requires a specific state of receptivity to function optimally. Your nervous system must be calm, your heart must be coherent, your mind must be still enough to detect these subtle transmissions. This is why spiritual practices throughout history have emphasized meditation, prayer, contemplation, states that create the inner conditions necessary for divine communication. Tonight, in this state of deep receptivity you've entered, your DNA is perfectly positioned to receive these whispers of divine information. Your analytical mind has stepped aside. Your nervous system has shifted into parasympathetic mode. Your heart rhythm has become coherent. You have become a clear channel through which divine intelligence can communicate with your genetic material. Feel this communication happening now. It's not dramatic or overwhelming. It's gentle, subtle, like a soft breeze carrying the fragrance of flowers, like moonlight illuminating a darkened landscape, like the first hints of dawn touching the horizon. Your DNA is receiving information about your highest expression, your optimal function, your most authentic manifestation. This information comes in the form of frequency, vibration, resonance. Your DNA structure itself, the double helix arrangement of genetic material, acts as a sophisticated antenna, sensitive to electromagnetic fields, scalar waves, and quantum field fluctuations. When these subtle energies carry information aligned with your highest good, your DNA receives and integrates this information, adjusting gene expression accordingly. The science of wave genetics suggests that DNA can be influenced by sound frequencies, light patterns, and coherent electromagnetic fields. Russian researchers have discovered that DNA responds to speech patterns, that human language can literally reprogram genetic expression when delivered in the right frequency and with the right intention. But the most powerful transmissions don't come through human technology. They come directly from the field of infinite intelligence, the source code of existence itself. This field is constantly broadcasting information about optimal function, perfect health, unlimited potential, divine love. Your DNA is designed to receive these broadcasts and translate them into your lived experience. The key to accessing the Whisper Protocol lies in cultivating what ancient traditions called divine receptivity, a state of open, trusting surrender to the intelligence that created you. When you release the need to control, when you trust the wisdom of your body, when you align with love rather than fear, you create a clear channel for divine information to reach your DNA. Feel yourself in this state of divine receptivity now. Feel your DNA opening like flowers to receive the subtle transmissions that are always available. These whispers carry the codes for your healing, your transformation, your evolution into the fullest expression of who you came here to be. Your cells are listening to these whispers now. Your genetic material is receiving upgrades, activations, optimizations that will continue to unfold in the days and weeks ahead. You don't need to understand the process with your logical mind. You simply need to trust the intelligence that knows exactly how to orchestrate your healing and transformation. The Whisper Protocol is now fully active in your system. Your DNA is receiving divine information with perfect clarity. Your genetic expression is being optimized according to the highest intelligence in the universe. You are being upgraded, activated, and aligned with your divine potential through this most subtle and sophisticated communication system. Trust the whispers. Trust the process. Trust the intelligence that speaks directly to your DNA in the language of love, frequency, and infinite possibility. Your genetic material is responding perfectly to these divine transmissions, creating the biological foundation for your transformation into the magnificent being you were always meant to be. Every cell in your body vibrates at a specific frequency. When you're in perfect health, when you're aligned with your authentic self, when you're living from love and truth, all of your cells vibrate in harmony, a coherent symphony of life expressing itself through your physical form. Tonight, we recalibrate your entire vibrational system, aligning every cell with the frequency of your highest truth. Vibration is the fundamental language of existence. Before there were words, before there were thoughts, before there was form, there was vibration. The ancient spiritual traditions knew this truth. In the beginning was the Word, they said, referring not to spoken language but to the primordial vibration from which all creation emerges. Your body is a vibrational instrument of extraordinary sophistication. Each organ has its optimal frequency. Each tissue has its harmonious resonance. Each cell has its perfect pitch. When all these individual frequencies align and synchronize, you experience what we call health, vitality, and coherence. When they become discordant, you experience what we call illness, fatigue, and dysfunction. The remarkable discovery of modern science is that your vibrational state is not fixed. It's fluid, dynamic, constantly responding to your consciousness, your emotions, your beliefs, your environment. You have the power to consciously recalibrate your vibrational frequency, to tune your entire biological system to resonate with higher states of being. This recalibration happens through the principle of entrainment, the tendency of vibrational systems to synchronize when exposed to a dominant frequency. When you consciously align with the frequency of love, of truth, of your authentic self, every cell in your body begins to entrain to this higher vibration. Feel this process beginning now. Imagine a perfect tuning fork made of pure light striking somewhere in the cosmos, generating the exact frequency of your highest truth. This is not a random frequency. This is your signature vibration, the unique resonance that represents the fullest expression of who you came here to be. Feel this frequency beginning to penetrate your energy field. It enters gently, respectfully, like a loving friend who knows exactly what you need. This frequency recognizes you completely, your struggles, your dreams, your potential, your essence. It offers itself as a template, a vibrational blueprint for your optimal expression. As this frequency moves through your body, feel it reaching your heart first. Your heart, with its powerful electromagnetic field, acts as the primary distributor of vibrational information throughout your system. Feel your heart beginning to resonate with this frequency of truth, its rhythm becoming more coherent, its field becoming more harmonious. From your heart, this vibrational recalibration spreads throughout your circulatory system. With each heartbeat, the frequency of truth is carried to every cell, every tissue, every organ in your body. Your blood becomes a carrier wave, transmitting this new vibrational information to every corner of your biological system. Feel your nervous system responding to this recalibration. Your neural networks, those intricate pathways that carry information throughout your body, begin to resonate with this higher frequency. Old patterns of neural firing, patterns associated with fear, limitation, and survival programming, begin to dissolve. New patterns emerge, patterns aligned with love, possibility, and thriving. Your endocrine system, your network of glands and hormones, also responds to this vibrational shift. As your overall frequency elevates, your glands begin to produce different chemical messengers, hormones associated with well-being, vitality, and optimal function, rather than stress, aging, and survival mode. At the cellular level, feel every one of your 37 trillion cells beginning to vibrate in harmony with this frequency of truth. Each cell is like a tiny tuning fork, capable of receiving and transmitting vibrational information. As they align with your authentic frequency, they begin to function more efficiently, communicate more clearly, express their genetic potential more fully. Your DNA, exquisitely sensitive to vibrational information, responds to this recalibration by activating genes associated with health, longevity, and optimal expression, while deactivating genes associated with disease, aging, and limitation. This is not science fiction. This is the documented reality of how consciousness affects gene expression through vibrational influence. Feel this recalibration reaching the quantum level of your being. At the subatomic level, every particle in your body begins to spin in coherence with this frequency of truth. The quantum field that underlies your physical form reorganizes itself around this new vibrational template, creating a foundation for sustained transformation. This vibrational recalibration is not temporary. As you integrate this new frequency, it becomes your baseline, your new normal way of being. Your cells remember this alignment and work to maintain it. Your nervous system adapts to this higher vibration. Your entire being upgrades to operate from this elevated frequency. The effects of this recalibration extend beyond your individual biology. Your coherent vibrational field influences the energy of everyone around you. You become a tuning fork for others, helping them remember their own authentic frequency simply through your presence. Your aligned vibration contributes to the collective field of consciousness, supporting the evolutionary awakening of humanity itself. Feel yourself established in this new vibrational state. Feel every cell in your body humming with the frequency of your authentic self. Feel your entire being operating as a coherent whole, all parts working in perfect harmony to express the fullness of who you are. This is your natural state. This is how you were designed to function. The discordant frequencies of fear, limitation, and separation were never your true vibration. They were simply interference patterns, static in the system, distortions of your authentic signal. Your vibrational recalibration is complete. Every cell in your body is now aligned with the frequency of your highest truth. You are operating as a coherent whole, a harmonious expression of divine consciousness in physical form. This alignment will continue to deepen and stabilize as you integrate this new way of being into your daily life. You are not a stranger to magnificence. You are not new to unlimited potential. You are not learning something foreign when you align with your divine nature. Tonight, we facilitate what I call the Great Remembering, the activation of spiritual capacities that have always been your birthright, the awakening of abilities that are as natural to you as breathing, the reclamation of an inheritance that was never truly lost, only temporarily forgotten. Before you incarnated into this physical form, you existed as pure consciousness, unlimited awareness, infinite potential. You possessed abilities that transcend the apparent limitations of matter: direct knowing, energetic sensitivity, intuitive wisdom, the capacity to influence reality through consciousness alone. These abilities didn't disappear when you took on a human body. They simply became dormant, waiting for the right moment to reawaken. The process of human development requires a temporary forgetting of your spiritual nature. As a child, you needed to learn the rules of physical reality, to understand cause and effect, to develop a sense of individual identity. This forgetting was not a mistake or punishment. It was a necessary part of your soul's journey, allowing you to experience yourself as a separate being so that you could eventually choose to remember your unity with all existence. But now, you are ready to remember. The time of forgetting is complete. Your soul is calling you to reclaim your spiritual inheritance, to activate the dormant codes within your DNA, to express the fullness of your divine nature while maintaining your beautiful human form. Feel into the truth of this remembering. Deep within your cellular structure, within the quantum field of your being, ancient memories are stirring. These are not memories of past experiences, but memories of your essential nature, your original blueprint, your authentic identity as a spiritual being, expressing through physical form. Your spiritual inheritance includes the capacity for direct knowing, the ability to access information beyond the limitations of your five senses, beyond the constraints of logical reasoning. This knowing comes not through thinking but through being, not through analysis but through attunement, not through effort but through alignment with the intelligence that permeates all existence. Feel this capacity awakening within you now. Feel your intuitive faculties coming online, your inner knowing becoming clearer, your ability to sense truth becoming more refined. This is not a new skill you're developing. This is an ancient capacity you're remembering, a natural ability you're reclaiming. Your spiritual inheritance also includes energetic sensitivity, the capacity to perceive and work with the subtle energies that underlie all physical phenomena. Every thought, every emotion, every intention creates ripples in the energy field. You have the natural ability to perceive these energies, to sense their quality, to understand their influence. Feel this sensitivity awakening in your system. Feel your energy field becoming more defined, more responsive, more conscious. Feel your ability to sense the energy of others, the vibrational quality of situations, the subtle currents that flow beneath the surface of apparent reality. Another aspect of your spiritual inheritance is the capacity for healing, not just the healing of your own body and emotions, but the ability to facilitate healing in others through your presence, your touch, your intention. This healing capacity is not separate from love. It is love expressing itself through your human form, love working through your hands, your heart, your consciousness to restore wholeness wherever it's needed. Feel this healing capacity stirring within you. Feel your hands becoming more sensitive, more aware of energy. Feel your heart opening as a portal for healing love to flow through. Feel your entire being becoming a conduit for the healing forces of the universe. Your spiritual inheritance includes the capacity for conscious creation, the ability to participate deliberately in the shaping of your reality through the power of aligned consciousness. This is not about forcing or manipulating outcomes, but about learning to dance with the creative forces of existence, to add your unique note to the cosmic symphony. Feel this creative capacity awakening. Feel your connection to the field of infinite possibility strengthening. Feel your ability to influence reality through coherent intention, elevated emotion, and aligned action becoming more natural, more trustworthy, more integrated into your way of being. Perhaps most importantly, your spiritual inheritance includes the capacity for unconditional love. Not love as an emotion that comes and goes, but love as the fundamental frequency of your being, the basic operating system of your consciousness, the lens through which you perceive and interact with all existence. Feel this love awakening from the depths of your being. This is not love for specific people or things, though it includes that. This is love for existence itself. Love for the miraculous fact that anything exists at all. Love for the intelligence that orchestrates the dance of creation. Love for your own magnificent journey, as consciousness exploring itself through infinite forms. These capacities, direct knowing, energetic sensitivity, healing ability, conscious creation, unconditional love, are not supernatural powers. They are natural expressions of your spiritual nature. Aspects of your divine inheritance that are as much a part of you as your heartbeat, as your breath, as the consciousness that reads these words. The great remembering is not about becoming something you're not. It's about remembering something you've always been. It's not about acquiring new abilities. It's about activating dormant capacities. It's not about transformation into a different person. It's about revelation of your authentic self. Feel this remembering completing itself now. Feel the dormant codes in your spiritual DNA fully activating. Feel your natural spiritual capacities coming online, becoming available, ready to express through your human experience. You are remembering who you are. You are reclaiming your inheritance. You are awakening to the magnificent being you have always been. Your great remembering is complete. Your spiritual inheritance is activated. You are now consciously connected to your full range of spiritual capacities. These abilities will continue to develop and express as you trust them, use them, and integrate them into your daily life. You have remembered. You are home. In this moment, you stand at the threshold between who you thought you were and who you truly are. The limited self, that collection of beliefs, fears, and conditioned responses that has been masquerading as your identity, is dissolving like mist before the rising sun. In its place, your unlimited self is emerging, radiant with possibility, vibrant with potential, free from the constraints that once seemed so real and permanent. Limitation was never your natural state. It was a learned behavior, a conditioned response, a collection of programs downloaded from a world that had forgotten its own unlimited nature. These programs served a purpose for a time. They helped you navigate a reality that seemed to require boundaries, definitions, and careful survival strategies. But now, you are ready to transcend these artificial constraints. Your unlimited self is not something you need to create or achieve. It is something you need to uncover, to allow, to remember. It has been there all along, waiting patiently beneath the layers of conditioning, like a magnificent sculpture waiting to be revealed by the removal of excess stone. Feel this emergence happening now. Feel the boundaries that have defined and confined you beginning to dissolve. These boundaries were never real walls. They were more like habits of perception, patterns of thought, ways of interpreting experience that created the illusion of limitation, where none actually existed. Your unlimited self knows no boundaries of age. It exists outside of time, eternally young, eternally fresh, eternally capable of growth and renewal. The years you have lived are not weights that slow you down, but experiences that have enriched your consciousness, gifts that inform your wisdom, treasures that enhance your capacity to love and serve. Your unlimited self knows no boundaries of circumstance. It is not defined by your past, not constrained by your current situation, not limited by external conditions. It exists in the realm of pure potential, where every moment offers infinite possibilities, where every challenge is an opportunity for growth, where every ending is a beginning in disguise. Your unlimited self knows no boundaries of ability. The skills you possess, the talents you've developed, the knowledge you've acquired, these are just the beginning. Within you lies dormant potential for capacities you've never imagined, abilities that will emerge naturally as you align with your authentic nature, gifts that will unfold as you trust the intelligence that created you. Feel this unlimited nature stirring within your cells, within your DNA, within the quantum field of your being. Your genetic material is releasing programs of limitation and activating programs of infinite potential. Genes associated with expanded awareness, enhanced abilities, and optimal function are coming online. Your biology is upgrading to support your unlimited expression. Your unlimited self knows no boundaries of love. The love you have experienced in your life, beautiful as it may have been, is just a taste of the infinite love that you are. You are not someone who sometimes feels love. You are love itself, temporarily focused through the lens of individual experience, but never separate from the infinite ocean of love that is the source and substance of all existence. Your unlimited self knows no boundaries of creativity. Every challenge you face, every problem you encounter, every situation that seems impossible contains within it the seeds of creative solution. Your unlimited nature is inherently creative, constantly generating new possibilities, eternally inventing new ways to express beauty, truth, and love through the circumstances of your life. Your unlimited self knows no boundaries of healing. There is no condition so chronic, no pattern so entrenched, no wound so deep that it cannot be transformed by the unlimited healing intelligence that flows through you. This intelligence knows exactly how to restore wholeness, how to bring balance, how to create conditions for perfect health and vitality. Feel this unlimited healing intelligence flowing through your system now. Feel it reaching every cell, every tissue, every organ, dissolving patterns of disease and dysfunction, activating patterns of perfect health and optimal function. Your body is remembering its unlimited capacity for healing, renewal, and regeneration. Your unlimited self knows no boundaries of joy. The happiness you've experienced in your life, the moments of contentment and satisfaction, are glimpses of the infinite joy that is your natural state. This joy is not dependent on circumstances. It does not require anything to be different than it is. It simply emerges naturally when you align with your unlimited nature. Your unlimited self knows no boundaries of peace. Beneath all the turbulence of daily life, beneath all the concerns and anxieties that occupy your mind, there exists a peace so profound, so stable, so unshakable that nothing can disturb it. This peace is not the absence of activity. It is the presence of your unlimited nature, expressing itself through perfect alignment with what is. As your unlimited self emerges more fully, you may notice that your relationship with the world begins to change. Circumstances that once seemed challenging become opportunities for creative expression. People who once triggered your reactions become teachers offering gifts of growth. Experiences that once generated fear become adventures in conscious expansion. Your unlimited self is not separate from your human self. It is your human self freed from the illusion of limitation, your personality expressing from its highest potential, your individual nature aligned with universal truth. You don't lose your humanity when you embrace your unlimited nature. You fulfill it. Feel this emergence completing itself now. Feel your unlimited self taking full residence in your human form. Feel the integration of infinite potential with individual expression. Feel yourself established in the truth of who you really are, an unlimited being having a human experience, an infinite consciousness expressing through finite form. a divine presence dancing in the world of matter. Your unlimited self has emerged. You are free from the illusion of limitation. You are established in your true nature as an unlimited being. This emergence will continue to unfold as you live from this truth, as you trust this reality, as you express this unlimited nature through every aspect of your human experience. A profound metamorphosis has been taking place within you throughout this journey. Like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, a new version of yourself is rising, not built from external additions, but revealed through the release of everything that was never truly you. This new you is not a different person, but the authentic you finally free to express without the constraints of old programming, limiting beliefs, and inherited patterns. At the cellular level, this emergence is literally taking place. Your DNA has been receiving new information, new codes, new templates for expression. Your nervous system has been rewiring itself according to higher patterns of organization. Your entire biology has been upgrading to support this new level of consciousness, this expanded way of being. The integration of these changes is a sacred process that requires both patience and trust. Your body is incredibly intelligent. It knows exactly how to incorporate these upgrades, how to stabilize these new patterns, how to make this transformation permanent and sustainable. All you need to do is continue to trust the process, to support it with your conscious intention, and to allow the natural intelligence of your system to work its miracles. Feel this integration happening now at the deepest levels of your being. New neural pathways are forming in your brain, creating permanent channels for expanded awareness, intuitive knowing, and heart-centered perception. These pathways become stronger with use, more established with practice, more natural with repetition. Your endocrine system is recalibrating itself to support your elevated state of consciousness. Your glands are learning to produce the chemistry of joy, the hormones of inspiration, the neurotransmitters of expanded awareness as your baseline reality, rather than as occasional peak experiences. Your immune system is becoming more intelligent, more discerning, more capable of distinguishing between what serves your highest good and what needs to be cleared from your system. This includes not just biological pathogens, but energetic patterns, emotional residues, and mental programs that no longer align with who you're becoming. At the genetic level, the most profound changes are taking place. Genes that have been dormant for decades are awakening. Genetic programs that were suppressed by survival conditioning are coming online. Your DNA is literally expressing a new version of you. Healthier, more vibrant, more coherent, more aligned with your authentic nature. This cellular renewal is not just happening in isolated parts of your system. It's a coordinated upgrade, affecting every cell, every organ, every system in your body. Your circulatory system is becoming more efficient at delivering nutrients and removing waste. Your respiratory system is becoming more effective at oxygenating your tissues and balancing your internal chemistry. Your digestive system is becoming more intelligent about extracting the maximum nutrition from whatever you consume, while efficiently eliminating what doesn't serve you. Your skin, your largest organ, is becoming more radiant as it reflects the internal transformation taking place throughout your system. Even your sensory organs are upgrading. Your eyes may begin to see more subtle aspects of reality, energy fields, auras, the vibrational quality of people and places. Your ears may become more sensitive to the emotional undertones in voices, the energetic signatures of sounds, the subtle frequencies that carry information beyond words. Your nervous system, that intricate network that connects every part of your being, is rewiring itself according to patterns of love rather than fear, expansion rather than contraction, trust rather than defensiveness. This rewiring affects not just how you perceive reality, but how you respond to it, how you interact with it, how you create within it. The new you that is rising is characterized by coherence, the alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your authentic nature. This coherence creates a powerful field of influence that extends beyond your physical body, affecting everyone and everything in your environment in subtle but profound ways. This new version of yourself operates from a different set of assumptions about reality. Instead of believing that you are separate, limited, and at the mercy of external circumstances, you know yourself to be connected, unlimited, and a conscious participant in the creation of your experience. Instead of operating from scarcity and fear, you function from abundance and love. Instead of seeking validation and approval from others, you draw your sense of worth from your connection to the infinite source of all value. Instead of trying to control outcomes, you trust the intelligence of the universe while contributing your unique gifts to the cosmic dance. The integration of these changes requires a period of adjustment. Your old identity may occasionally reassert itself, like an echo of who you used to be. This is normal and natural. Simply recognize these old patterns with compassion and gently redirect your attention to the truth of who you're becoming. Your relationships may shift as you embody this new version of yourself. Some people may be drawn to the authenticity and coherence you're expressing. Others may feel uncomfortable with your expansion and try to pull you back to old patterns. Trust your inner guidance about how to navigate these relationship dynamics with love and wisdom. Your life circumstances may begin to reorganize themselves to match your new internal state. Opportunities that align with your authentic nature may appear. Situations that no longer serve your growth may naturally resolve or fade away. Trust this process of external reorganization as a reflection of your internal transformation. The new you that is rising is not a finished product, but an ongoing expression of your evolving consciousness. Each day offers new opportunities to embody this expanded version of yourself more fully, to integrate these changes more deeply, to express your authentic nature more completely. Your cellular renewal is ongoing. Your integration is deepening. Your new self is stabilizing and becoming your natural way of being. Trust this process. Support it with your attention and intention. Celebrate the magnificent being you are becoming. Or rather, the magnificent being you are finally allowing yourself to be.